Hey there, it's BitB, and welcome out to another BitB stream. Thank you guys very much for coming out. Today is currently a Saturday, and that's what? Glitchy freaking confetti, what? What the heck was that all about? And anyway, FBay just redeemed a yippee. Thank you very much for that, FBay. Alright, today we're going to be playing a little bit more Silksong. Hopefully we won't be horrifically butchered by whatever we're going to be running into. Very high chances of that. Before we get started, I'm going to do a quick hop over to the magma, just to take a look at what is currently going on over there. It looks like Phoenix is already, hard at work doing stuff at the moment. Oh, I will say there is kind of one annoying thing that just recently happened with the magma that I've just noticed. Yay! More yippee! I'll be seeing one of my favorite bands in concert soon. Shoot! Am I allowed to know what band? That sounds freaking awesome. Woo! Here, let me pull up the magma. Anyway, yeah, magma made a little bit of a difference here. They decided they wanted to put a gigantic ass banner ad directly to the left of the entirety of the screen. Yeah, real cool, guys. Real great. Yeah, this doesn't fuck up my entire interface at all. No, totally not. Snap, what do you think about internet ads? Snap doesn't like capitalism. Understood, Snap. Anyway, so let's take a look at what we got going on here. Is that a bit doll? Is it tiny little bit doll? Oh, interesting. And then we got this guy, Maple Plankton, the sea bunny. It's adorable looking. Look at them fishbowl eyes. Oh, holy freaking crap! Very adorable so far. What is this? Oh no, it's Snatcher, except very cold, and it's still freaking cold over here. Though I do believe we're starting to move our way out of cold season and whatnot. So that's not too bad. Lord Huron, they are a folk indie cosmic kind of band. Really? Oh, that sounds freaking cool. Interesting. FBay, if you're ever bored and feel like sharing any music links, and if they have any on YouTube, which I'm sure they probably do, share those in the music channel over in the Discord. I'm kind of I'm curious about taking a listen to that. It sounds like it'd be good. The amount of times I accidentally clicked on those side ads as I'm drawing on my phone is too many. Oh, gross. On it, boss! Yay! Probably can't listen to it during the stream because, copyright and all that jazz. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive on into some gameplay. Why don't we? Here we go. Oh, right, I need to be clicked on the window. Swipe, 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 swipe. Also, I think the audio could be a tad bit louder. I lowered it a little bit for one of the previous streams. Okay, so, where was I? I was in the middle of doing something. Oh, hey, this place is uncharted. Great. Not too bad, though. Yeah, we are, just to the side of Greymore. Very intriguing. All right. Can't help but wonder, there must be some way of, connecting the two halves. Or not. Maybe you can't. Who knows? Anyway, what's my mission today? I believe the last time that we did stream, I decided to take the harrowing trip into Bilewater, and I'm not even done yet. There's still a whole bunch of crap currently going on in Bilewater that I have not gone and checked out yet, so I'm gonna have to go and do that. There's also some stuff in Greymore I haven't done apparently. Look at some of the, there's some little unviewed paths and whatnot. There's even some unviewed paths and deep docks and places. But there's a lot of stuff that I could go and explore. Honestly. Is it just me, or are my frames just absolutely shit today? Is that why is that? Why you do that? Let me check my task manager real quick. I want to see, is there something bottlenecking me? I hear that, I hear that terrible little, like, you know, gremlin baby. Like the tentacle gremlin baby. We're currently sucking up about, like, 71% of my GPU and 85% of my CPU. In theory, I shouldn't be having any sort of, like, weird frame problems, but okay. And, like, it, you know, this isn't a internet sending the frames out to you kind of thing. This is like, for some reason, my computer is processing VNAN in, like, the worst way possible. This one boss there has gotten frustrating. Oh, that's scary. Okay. Oh, again, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking Smash Mouth? Do I want to subject myself to more bile water? I've done it once before. I could dang old do it again. The problem is I'm going to have to, like... Oh! That spikes. God, I'm going to have to, like, remember to come back here. What was it that you said you said you needed some time to work on something?
A slave must feed his mistress. Morsels will I grow. While you hunt, I am working always.
Very well. Send some songs. Thank you very much. Appreciated. Oh, right. Forgot. Give me a second. If there's a bench sitting here, I'm going to utilize the ever-loving heck out of it. All right. Hey, Scorpion, how's it going? I hope things are good. Bile water's disgusting. Distrusting as though parasites in the sewers from the first game. Oh, hello. Come on over, buddy. Come on down. Water's fine. Delicious beads. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was taking a look around trying to see if, like, you know, there's some, like, extra paths and whatnot sitting around over here, if I remember right. I have a map for this place. I need to get one. Oh, you meant disgusting. I thought you meant disgusting. I was just like, distrusting. I mean, oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, this door is blocked off. My guess? Probably have to go around, like, the opposite way over there. Curse my typing. I have, like, have you ever had that really weird, like, keyboard... I hate to call it dyslexia, but it almost feels like dyslexia, where, like, you're typing out, like, a sentence or something on a keyboard, and then, like, you keep on accidentally, like, as you're typing, accidentally pressing, like, one key before another one, and so, like, you know, stuff gets really misspelled that way, and it looks like a garbled mess. I have that happen all the time, and I'm just like, God, fingers! Stop being so uncoordinated. I know I paid, like, zero attention to, you know, typing skills class in school, and honestly, I probably should have, but, like, come on, man, work with me. Ooh, beats. I do that too often. Yeah. No, it's funny, like, when I was younger and when I was in school, I was just like, this keyboard class is boring, I don't like it. I want to, like, you know, I want to do anything else but this. Like, this sucks. But, like, you know, as I've gotten older, I've realized I use keyboards on the regular all the frickin' time. So, it was probably to my benefit to learn, and I was just a stupid kid who didn't know what he's doing. Whoops, well. I was of two different minds when it came to, like, you know, my computer classes back in the day. Dang it. One was, I don't know how to do something. I should do it, but I don't want to teach myself how to do it. Wow. The other thing was, like, I already knew a ton about a thing already that I was learning in class, and I felt like I was wasting my time. You know, like, I remember there were several times where I was just like, well, you know, my teachers were just like, okay, class, guess what? Today we're going to learn how to write a Word document. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, you mean the thing that I've been doing on my home computer for a long time now? Here's how to properly use the formatting tools and the columns and stuff. And I'm just like, yep, done it. Already been there. Been there, done that. Oi, class, today we're going to learn how to do a PowerPoint presentation. It's just like, okay, I've been doing that by myself on my dad's, like, business computer for many, many years now. What do you want to know? I could probably tell you a few things. Ow. Ow. Ah, frig. This place sucks. Okay, now. Ooh, is this where I go from here? Up? Do, 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 do. Yeah, I believe I go up from... Oh. Do I gun for the... Oh, should I go and grab that bench? I feel like I might want to, because I feel like that bench might be a tiny bit closer to where I'm going. Maybe. Also, that bench is directly next to a railway system, so, like, in the event that I decide that I quit and I'm like, you know what, screw this, I'm done. I would like the ability to leave and... Ah, fuck. Also use your hook shot to reach far platforms, too. Oh, yeah. I forget about the fact that I even have that. Heal. Oh, this place ain't no joke. Okay. All right. Made it back here. So, actually, I've been... Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the foggy place, like the mist, right? I just remembered. I believe I have absolutely been there and failed miserably at, so... Oh, Jesus. Hello, Nightingale. How's it going? I hope things are great. Let's see. make our way this way. Wham! Oh, get back here. Follow your blue sky, but I've never come over onto the stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming over here and saying hello. Yeah, but for people who don't know, Blue Sky just recently added the ability to like show that you are live by like giving you a nice big red border around your profile picture. And that's nice. I like that little attention to detail. Though it is very manual. Like you have to go in and actively like set it yourself. I prefer, and I know, you know, Blue Sky probably has limitations to what it's capable of doing, like webhook wise, who knows. But like, I really wish that it was automatic. So like whenever I just went live, it was just like, oh, hey, so-and-so went live on Twitch. Go watch them. All right. So, right, my mission here is I'm trying to climb up this direction. Getting even further and further into the muck. Oh, yeah, I remember this part. This guy. Ow. Woo, scary. All right, where do I want to go from here? I'm fine. And come say hi before I go to sleep. Ah, well, have a very nice night. I hope you sleep incredibly well. Oh, God. That reminds me, though. I did not sleep very well last night. I don't know what I did, but I, like, tweaked my back. And that's really obnoxious, because I'm like, boy, I sure would love to be able to sleep properly. Okay, this is new territory. Have not been here. Okay, yeah, I can swipe at those. But their movement pattern is frickin' stupid. I'm back with that. Ah! Knitting Girl just followed. Thank you very much for that. Sneaky follow. Last Thursday when I was getting an allergy test. Oh yeah, I remember you were talking about that. It turned out our health insurance... Oh, no. Won't allow them to do the scratch test part of it until I got the blood work done. Both my mom and I ended up getting blood drawn that day. Frickin' insurance bull... Ah, God. So annoying. I'm sure there's reasoning behind it, but God. There we go. I am not a fan of getting blood drawn. I've talked about this before on stream. Yeah, I got a phobia of that. I have a phobia of needles in general, like, you know, when I go to the doctor. Not because I have any problem with vaccinations, but just, like, it's the invasiveness of the procedure. Woo! Okay, made it. Where do I go from here? Good question. What looks the closest, like, a place where I could set my feet down? Bye-bye, have a good time. Have a wonderful night. Yay. That was the first time I've ever gotten blood drawn. They took the 3 vials of it. Good freaking Lord. Was one not enough, you crazy kooks? What's over here? Probably nothing of importance. This is treacherous as shit. Hmm. What are these? Okay. Nothing. Understood. I saw another Galort individual up there. All right. Balls! Oh, god damn it. All right. Hmm. Here, I can fudge a little bit of health from here. Can I just straight up kill you? Like, I suspect it's probably that easy. He exploded. All right, now I could probably get through here a lot easier. Balls. Okay. Woo! Got it. All right. Is it booby-trapped in any way, shape, or form? Ah, hello, Ziso. Have a good... Look, I hope you're having a good one. Damn it, it's booby-trapped! I was kind of hoping I could hold on to that. Son of a... How dare! You gotta be Really? All the way back down here? Ah, oh, shit. Okay. So... Supposed to get some really bad weather tonight, so the power might go out. Oh, yeah. While we were dealing with a heck of a lot of cold recently, we did have some like power fluctuations, and there was a period of time where I was like, oh god, am I gonna have to worry about the power going out here? Oh no, oh boy. Bad stuff, bad juju. Luckily that did not happen, so what the... I mean, it looks like I can continue to go up, but also... looks too high for, you know, my funny little bug body. Hey, when that happens, Z-Cell. My internet got kicked out a few times this week. Oh, man. Why? Oh, Jesus. Hanging on the edge. All right. What do we have in here? Boop. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, it's these guys again. Oh, fuck, I don't have health. Or a means of being able to heal myself. No. Oh, fuck. Okay. Ah, I died. Well, that sucks. At least I set myself down fairly close. Well, no, not very close by at all. Son of a... Well, I'll run up. At least when I got blood drawn, the nurse said I had really nice vein. What a compliment. Jesus. Just that you say that, and I'm imagining she said it like,
Oh, mister, you've got the nicest looking veins in your arm. You must stop.
I was about to make a joke.
You must have amazing circulation. I must have it.
Don't ask me how you get somebody's blood circulation. I'm not gonna lie, that story reminds me a heck of a lot about that one time when, like, I went out to get my hair done by, you know, at this one place. Like, and I hadn't really ever gone there, but it was just like, it's in the area and I'm not picky, so what the heck, might as well. And I went in there, and the lady there, she seemed, like, awfully nice, but also she had, like, she was oddly complimentary about my hair, just being like, you know, it was like, oh my gosh, you've got such, like, you know, such lovely hair. Like, it's so thick and so silky smooth, and I'm just sitting there just being like, okay, well, freaking weird. Oh, wow. I suck. And then later on down the line, I was talking with some family friends, and I was talking about, like, you know, my haircut that I got, and they were just like, oh my gosh, your hair is so nice. Like, where'd you get it done? And I was like, oh yeah, I went to this one place, and they're just like, oh yeah, I've gotten my hair done at that place before. Do you remember who got your hair done there? And it's just like, I don't know, just some weird old lady. It's just like, wait. Old lady, like, you know, like an old lady, like very curly hair. Did she have, like, basically Coke bottle glasses that were incredibly thick? And I'm just sitting there like, yes, that directly describes exactly what she was like. And then my family friend goes like, that lady is crazy. And I was just like, oh, I see. So I was like, oh, cool. I had no idea that I was hanging out next to somebody who happened to be a psychopath. And I let them close to me with, like, sharp utensils. That's great. That's good to know. All right, so I've made it back up here. I have not been down that path, but right now I don't need to go down that path. Got other places to be. Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Well, there goes my entire stock of gems. That is shit. All right. Luckily, it was only like 100 beads. Like, it's fine. Oh god. So I got the magma window currently up, and like in the corner of my vision, I keep on seeing that banner ad keep on changing. Fucking Christ, man. Bugs the heck out of me. Like, I know that places need to make money, but at the exact same time, it's like, it's so distracting. You know, it's just like a thing that constantly keeps on flashing and changing. My arm still feels funny. I imagine it would. Like, you know, your body did just go through a little bit of trauma. And I'm imagining that, like, you probably would still be feeling it a little bit. It's a shame that these bugs are too stupid to understand the economy, and therefore I cannot get any prayer beads from them. No, too stupid. Only understand barter economy. All right. All right, I'm back up to this point. There we go. Okay. Made it. All right, so I guess I could go and take a look at this one path that I haven't gone down. Like, why the heck not? It's not like there's anything over there for me at the moment. You know, in the other path I was going through. Funny little umbrella creatures. Okay, I made it to the other side. Is there anything here, or is this just lake? Oh, okay, thankfully there is something here. Oh, hi. What the? Oh, hi. It's a memory locket. Neat. Okay. And that's all that is here. That's all she wrote. Okay. Well. Fair enough. I'll take a memory locket. More of those. More flexibility. All right. Well, I'm glad we did that. That's like one mystery solved. Don't have to think about it anymore. Balls. Balls! 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 Dang it! Oh, everything sucks. Okay, well. Maybe I can make this work. Foolish sentence, I know. Wow. Wow! What? Shit! Everything failed. God, my kingdom for more freaking benches. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I think I can comfortably say this area really sucks. I feel like if I can get through here, I'll probably be able to get through anywhere. Gotcha. Do 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 do. See ya. All right. Amber. You know, if I had that one ability on me, you know, the one that allows me to, like, cling on the walls indefinitely, that might help me in this area. Come on, don't be shy. Come on over here. Don't worry your funny little head about it. Oh, fuck. Maybe I should worry my funny little head about it. There we go. Okay, forward, march. Wait. Whoa. Oh, ah. I don't like these things. They put an element of uncertainty into my jumps. Ah, perfect. There we go. All right. We back here, boys. Fucked up. All right. Right. I was heading this direction. I feel like I should probably heal now, just in case. I fucked up. Where's the nearest thing that I can beat into the ground? You might do. Whack it. You frickin' bastards. Okay, no, 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 no. God, just keep moving. Do not stop. That is what they're waiting for. They're waiting for you to, like, cease movement. All right. All right, I've made it through there. Oh, fuck. This rope sucks. Okay. Oi. Aw, man. Thought I was doing really good there. Shit. All right. You absolute snake. I can get back. My curiosity knows no bounds. I must know what's up there. Even if it kills me. Let me rephrase that. Even when it kills me. This is not an if scenario. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's so many traps that are like, I feel they're intentionally left there to be like, all right, so here's where the players usually stop for a, like, you know, a quick moment of rest. And instead of allowing them that moment of rest, we're gonna drop a rock on them. Okay, wait. I believe. Yeah. We're high enough. We can go this direction now. Frickin' heck. Okay, out. Whoa, got it. All right. Just keep moving. This place sucks. This sucks, majorly. Don't want to be here. All right, we're back. Here, can you come over here? Not in the mood to go chasing you. Fuck. Wah. No. Wah. Back. Nuts to that. All right. Okay. So there's a bug up there that I must be cautious of. It's like I gotta, like, you know, use that other bug as leverage because, like, unless there's a wall that I'm not accounting for. Oh, okay. There we stand. Whee! All right, I made it. So, what's in here? More funny noises. You absolute slime. Okay. Nope. This place is awful. Jesus Christ. You like booby traps? Here's 5 billion of them. Ow. Just tried to draw a line on the magma and the canvas had a spinny seizure. Like, it literally started spinning. Ooh, software glitches. It's funny to hear that, because, like, you don't get that kind of, you know, you don't get that kind of comment for something like, you know, physical media. Oh, hey, Pierce, how's it going? Now, when was the last time you talked about, like, I was drawing on a piece of paper and suddenly the paper started spinning? And the only way that happens is if you are, like, heavily on the drugs. Which, hey, maybe you are. I don't know. New N64 game has been natively ported to the PC. I might have already downloaded it. Look, as somebody who is a massive fan of the Baron Bird, of course the news is going to hit me. Oh, good. What the hell is all this? No, I hate these things. Shit. Okay. You absolute scumbags. All right. Yeah. Can I cheat them? Can I cheat them out? Whoa, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, shit. Oh. You. What the? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're different. I've never seen you before. Yes, my ice minions. Kill. Now, the main question in my mind when it comes to the Banjo-Kazooie thing is like, hey, good! Anyway, cease and desist, yay or nay? Or like, actually, that's not the right word. Cease and desist. You know, possible or not possible? Do you think Microsoft is going to care? You know, like, they're not Microsoft. I think we're a little bit more in a safer area, but like, oh, well, there we go. Okay, hold on. Full concentration mode active. Where you? What? Whoa! Dang it! Oh, I was covered in worms, so I couldn't heal. That sucks. Okay. Oh, and I have to go all the way back! Shit! No! Oh, no! I said... What is even my reward? Is it bragging rights? Yeah, thank you for the boba. I needed the cooldown. What am I gonna get for this? Aside from a pat on the back and just, you know... Good job, Seymour! It's just like, God damn it. What the f... Alright, thank you for the objects. Appreciated. There's the boba. Ah! Okay, I'll stop complaining. I mean, I'm playing Silksong, like, I bring this upon myself. You can avoid the wrecking ball when you are at the corner. Yeah, it's kind of what I picked up on, but like, oh, I didn't execute that properly. Silksong's worth complaining about. Oh. Let's see. Truly is the Bilewater experience. So many squeaky, creepy things, and I have to run through all of them. There should be a bench close by when you go back up. This one area you haven't gone to yet. You talking to the right there? I see that one spot over there. That's like, you know, slightly to the right. That's the only spot that I have not actually ventured over to. See, knowing myself, like, I would have just, like, try-harded my way through that, and I would have found the bench, like, you know, several horribly gruesome deaths later. What? You slippery snake. Sorry, I needed your lifeblood. I haven't gone over there yet. Curiosity is getting the better of me here. This looks precarious. Absolute scumbags. Okay. Ooh. What's the point of this area? Oh. Eh. Hello. Shit. Okay, good to know that that was useless. What about over here? What's in here? No. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? New thing. New thing. Okay. Luckily, they telegraph their attacks very easily. All right. I can't imagine they'll do the same, like, you know, in a boss fight. The boss fight will probably be shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Actually, it kind of reminds me of the Cheep Cheeps in Mario. Just a little bit. Except more nightmare fuel. Thanks. Oh, balls. Okay, well, this sucks. This sucks. This really, really sucks. So dang it! Once again, the silver lining in all of this. I don't have a lot of money on me anyways. Oh man, that's the end of the place. Oh, now okay. Temptation is now I really want to know what's at the other end of that that horrible, like, you know, bog area filled with all the Cheep Cheeps. What? Oh, good. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for stealing that from me. All right. Dang it. Fucked up. All right. Oh, jeez. Come on, get your head in the game. Let's go. All right. Here we go. I'm going to take a stab in the dark here. I suspect fucking Christ. Okay, I probably shouldn't be attacking the cheeps. Full on. Because, like, I'm assuming that there's probably, like, an infinite supply of them. Yeah! Ass! That was a very angry video game nerd thing I just did there. I just realized. Am I allowed to call Silksong like a, you know, an ass load of fuck or something, or a shit load of fuck? Ah! Am I allowed to now? God, the angry video game nerd. That was an interesting era. It was an era of a lot of, like, you know, AVGN and also AVGM copycats. Good frickin' lord, the copycats. So many AVGN copycats. People who are just like, oh, dude, that's how you can be successful on the internet? All you have to do is get on the internet and just scream at, you know, video games and movies and stuff, and I can get a following that way. Oh my god. There's always been a meta, like always, and at a time that's what the meta was. I have seen the meta like shift and change as like time moves on. Like, you know, again, once it was like angry reviews and angry reviewers. Another one was like, you know, can't be silly internet like viral videos and stuff like that, which like that was a good era of the internet. That was good YouTube. One where like it was just a lot of people trying to like, you know, make you laugh and make you smile with like their own brand of like sketch comedy and stuff. There was like the era of prank channels. That was an embarrassing one. That's a good question to y'all. Like, is there a particular like brand of internet that is your personal favorite? Like, what particular era of the internet was like one of your personal favorite things? I miss comedy sketches. That's been a huge inspiration for me. Yeah, I miss comedy sketches too. It's like the second College Humor hit the scene, I felt like comedy sketches really moved into like this, like a different field altogether. You know, like they really changed like vibe. I think the best way I can describe it is that old internet sketch comedy really felt like it was more grassroots, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I remember it being. But then suddenly people realized that you could make money on the internet, and sketch comedy became like, ooh, hey, we can pump a whole bunch of money in this and we can make it look like stunning and cool and like, you know. But the problem with that is that, again, it took a heck of a lot of the the charm of it out, if I was thinking about it. Personally, like the gacha era. Oh, I remember the gacha era. 2012 to 2018 Tumblr. I don't think I was there. Not the gacha heat part, though. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I feel like I should choose not to question. Ow. Ow. Whoa, whoa. Wang, 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 wang. I'm getting mulched by the fish. Oh, okay. When Genshin Impact launched? I have no idea. You know, it's funny because, like, a lot of people think that, you know, as much as I said, oh, the era, like, the internet has had its eras. That's true to a certain extent, but, like, there's a chance that you miss the entirety of one particular era simply because the internet is such a vast and gigantic thing. Ah, man. People would make horny videos with their gacha characters. See, now that you mentioned that, that does sound kind of familiar. I believe I might have ended up running into one of those, like, because, like, I've been on places like Twitter for a really long period of time. Not anymore. I left Twitter quite a long time ago. Instead, I ingest Blue Sky, which is like Twitter, except with an actual functioning block. But, anyway, I get the suspicion that I probably, like, got exposed to that era of, Yeah, I think I was exposed to that era of gacha videos because of, like, you know, somebody posting about, ew, cringe, look at this. You know what I mean? Oh, God. And then, let's open up the entire conversation of the cringe era. The one where, like, you know, it was popular to go and find the cringiest stuff on the internet and poke and make fun of it. Which, like, to be fair, that era never ended, but, like, it has severely dropped off. Now the only people that really, like, you know, gun for, you know, cringe content are people that, oh, honestly, they're just assholes. They're mean. That's it. Before, people did it because it's just like, ooh, this makes numbers. Now you only do it because, like, you know, you have, like, spite in your brain and you're just, you need to make fun of something. All right, let's see if I can get through this relatively unscathed. Whoops. Balls. Worth it! Oh, holy shit! Oh, I need one more though. Holy crap. It couldn't have been anything but that. If this game would have been just like, oh, good job. You got another, like, you got a trinket. Oh, cool. You got another rosary bead. I would have probably freaked the fuck out. Wow. Can't even do me the dignity of dropping me off at the beginning, eh? Alrighty. I remember there was like an era of like, you know, Let's Play stuff. Like that, I mean, you know, Let's Play is one of those things that like has continued to exist up until today. I mean, heck, look at me. I'm currently doing live streaming, which is just an extension of the Let's Play formula. Let's see. Although Let's Plays were like significantly different back in the day. Like Let's Plays back in the day, they would try and like mix and match so many different little elements of like, you know, filmmaking and things to try and make it more interesting. And I think like as time moved on, a lot of people realized, hold on a second, we don't need to put a ton of production into our Let's Play stuff. We could literally just play the game and people will enjoy watching us play said game. Like, we don't have to work super hard for this. Like there was a specific vibe of like early Let's Play stuff where it felt a heck of a lot more like an extension of skits almost. I do kind of miss that to a certain extent. It's kind of like Gordon's Mind, you know that? Where that's basically a Let's Play of Half-Life, except instead of just, you know, playing through the game normally, it's about like, oh, well, the person that you're actually hearing is Gordon Freeman's voice, and you're listening to his inner monologue. Ah! Dang it. All right. I don't even know why I'm going back for my body at this point, but like, oh yeah, that's right. All of the thread. Early 2000s when Gacha Club and Gacha Life were a big thing. You know, come to think of it, I really should... There's got to be some, like... Oh, God. Anyway, I was just about to say... Oh, fuck! God! I'm locked in the hell zone! Why is the entirety of Bile Water just garbage? Anyway, I was just about to say, I suspect there's probably like a Wikipedia talking about the ages of the internet and trying to like actually, you know, break them down into eras. Problem is, like, the internet is just constantly changing and constantly flowing, so it's really difficult to specify eras. Like, they all kind of, like, intermix and mix and match with each other. It's kind of like when anybody talks about like millennial and Gen X and stuff like that. I'm like, you know, nobody like, I mean, you know, you can put a label on like a specific set of years and you can say that, oh, such and such years were the millennial era, such and such years were the Gen Z era. But let's be real, like, separating them out doesn't necessarily change the fact that like we're all people at the end of the day. And like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to put a lot of weight on whether or not you were born in one era or another. It's just like, no, like, yeah, we grew up with like very different media and very different, like, you know, one generation definitely grew up with cell phones and another one did not. You know, that kind of thing. There are differences, but like, I don't know. Generations are just kind of like a smudgy thing. Like, you know, you can't say 100% like that, oh, millennials are like this and this and this because they grew up with, you know, with Britney Spears or something. It's just like, no, not necessarily. Maybe there's someone that technically counts as a millennial that never watched Britney Spears. I don't know. You bastard. You know, with each single time I die, my corpse gets closer and closer to me. So it's only a matter of time, game. I will get out of the hell zone eventually. All right, now that I have gotten my body back, I'm going to attempt to fight that one boss fight again. Lord help me. Only this time, I am going to attempt to try and get that one bench so I don't have to constantly keep on moving back and forth here. I'm just getting the hell out of there. Oh, fuck, I'm such an idiot. I make all the dumb noises. All right. I'm not detecting any seats. Unless I'm greatly confused. God! All right. Oh! Oh, fuck. All right. Yeah! God! Fuck! Whoa! Where the hell's the bench? You mentioned to the right. There? I don't think it's anywhere near that location. I'm gonna be real. I can't find it. Once again, I think, like, my least favorite part of a game like this is not the bosses. The bosses are fun. Like, the bosses are, like, you know, like, when you defeat... Actually, when you're fighting a boss, it makes you feel like a badass. When you defeat a boss, it makes you feel like a badass. But I can't think of anything more, like, demoralizing than attempting to try and, like, just traverse and get through the regular world. Oh, balls. Only to die over and over and over again. Am I up too high? I am. Okay. My screen's heating up so much that it's burning my face. Oh, jeez. If that's the case, then like, I don't know. Ease off the tablet just a little bit. That does remind me of like all the times where I was like, ow. I had like an old laptop. God fucking damn it! All right. I had an old laptop that it sucked up so much freaking heat just from operating under like normal conditions. It was one of those like really nice gamer laptops where they're just like, ooh, look, you can play Crysis like on the go. And like, you know, nowadays I look at gamer laptops and like, unless you are going to be using a gamer laptop exclusively as your like main PC, or if you do a heck of a lot of like, you know, intensive rendering work on the go, I'm gonna be real. I don't see the reason to own one. And that's why I haven't broke down and bought myself a laptop, because I'm just like, I don't need that. That's not a necessity for me. It'd be one thing if I could like, you know, dignify it with like a particular project that I need to do on the go, but I can't. Ow. Did I just hear a computer go ba-doom? What the heck was that? Was that me? Must have been me somewhere. Wonder what the heck that was. Oh, well, we'll see. I'll probably figure it out, like, after the stream. Or it's just like, computer exploding in 5. All right. Oh, crap. Thought I had that. These guys, like, they come out at the absolute, like, most inconvenient spots. To be fair, where is the convenient spot in Bilewater? Haha! Nuts to you, folks! Yeah, okay. Now I have treasure. Now shit's real. Though, any amount of treasure that I can get, I have to remember I can easily get it back through different means, okay? Not gonna lose our minds over, like, you know, dying maybe once. Oh, but this place is balls. Blech. Oh, no. Crap. Jesus! Oh, holy shit. That boss fight sucks. Oh, there are no benches closer to that. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh. This is another one of those challenges I'm looking at and I'm going, better be something really fucking worth it. Oh. Like, bile water is like a never-ending, like, barrage of bullshit. Completing this area is just mandatory for true ending. Well, shit. I want true ending, don't I? I'm gonna be real. There are very few games that I will, like, all right. So, you know me. I'm one of those people that's just like, if something is way too hard for me, or if something is just like, you know, way too tedious, it would take way too much time, I tend to look at it and just go, you know what? That's for people who want to do, like, you know, the true ending, or somebody who wants to do, you know, be a crazy completionist. I'm not a massive completionist, let's be real. However, when it comes to, like, the Hollow Knight games, I have more of a soft spot for completing them, like, 100%. It, like, the entire point of the game in and of itself is the challenge of it. So this is kind of par for the course in my eyes. Ah, dang it. What does Snab think of Plankton? Snab respects his vibe. Kind of one of those, yeah, can relate. How much harder than Hollow Knight is this game? It's hard for me to say, because, like, it's been a while since I played the original Hollow Knight. I haven't gone back to that one in a very long time. I do feel like I breezed through it during my second playthrough, but that might just be because I had memorized so many of the boss's tells and things, and, you know, I had learned so much about the game, so I'm not entirely sure. I feel like Silksong is definitely harder, but that could just be my own personal biases. I don't know. It's a lot fucking harder. Considering that there's a lot of people that are actively, like, complaining about how hard it is, I'm gonna say that Silksong's probably harder. Ow. I think another annoying thing about these guys is that they don't have a consistent spawn. Like, they kind of just show up wherever they want to. Scumbag behavior. I replayed the entirety of the original while waiting for Silksong patch on the Switch. Breezed through it. Meanwhile, Silksong has thoroughly destroyed my ass. It's not your bias. Rightio. I think there are, like, several different ways that they could make this a lot easier. Like, more checkpoints, I feel, would be really, really nice. Like, you know, I get your drive. I get your... It's just like, ah, ha, 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 we're hard game. Hee, 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 hee. It's like, okay, understood. But, like, there's a difference between being difficult and just being merciless. And I do feel like, you know, having some checkpoints in more areas might make the game a little more tolerable. Like, for real, you cut out a gigantic portion of this commute, I wouldn't be complaining that much. I would just be like, eh, whatever, I'll get there again. There's difficult, and then there's just wasting your fucking time, which Silksong does a lot of. I definitely feel like I am using up a ton of my time just trying to traverse from one area to the next to get to the next, like, difficult challenge. It's kind of like one of those, like, we don't live in the NES era anymore. Like, we don't need the game's challenge to be exclusively its selling point. Okay, well, you know, by all means, make a challenging game, but, like, you know. It's kind of like when you died in old NES games and it threw you a game over, and then it threw you back to, like, the main screen. You know, that was absolutely freaking punishing. Ow. Well, shoot. Is there anywhere I can get a little bit more, or I can siphon off of these guys, I guess? Back, got a phone call. Hey, nice. Crow says, I remember not being able to get through Hollow Knight because I suffer from skill issue. Died, lost a whole lot of money I collected. Still pisses me off to this day. Yeah, that's absolutely valid. I got pissed off myself, too. I had, like, major skill issue problems when it came to Hollow Knight. Wait. Make it an actual challenge, not wasting your time with stuff you've already done. Yeah, that's absolutely valid. I wasn't kidding about the AVGN comparison, though. I feel like if there's an AVGN that exists sometime in, like, you know, the year 2077, if they ever go back and play Silksong and they call it a bad game, I'm willing to bet that they're probably going to make the exact same complaints that I'm making, except, like, in a more dramatic way. Whoopsies. Oh, that poor idiot. I saw that explosion. All right. We back here, boys. Got my rough draft for my essay done. Nice. Speaking of essays, I was having... I posted this over on Blue Sky. You might have seen me post the announcement about it over in the Discord. But I am writing like a video essay kind of thing right now. I'm not 110% on whether or not I'm going to finish it per se. There's a good chance, but I'm not going to, you know, guarantee it. However, the video essay, like, it's kind of about... Well, I'm not going to tell you 100% what it's about. You could probably guess based on the kind of stuff that I've talked about recently and, you know, how much I've hyperfixated on certain stuff. But we will have that video. Wait, that just makes me wonder what most video games will look like in 50 years. We'll have uploaded all our brains into the cloud. Very likely, yeah. Anyway, no, I was just having a thought about... I asked this question to Blue Sky. Well, crap all up. Come to think of it, I'm just gonna go and like check my Blue Sky real quick to figure out what exactly I wrote. There we go. So I said, and I quote, "Calling on the internet hive mind. I'm tossing around the idea of a video essay. I want to ask this question. What is something that you used to be able to play / watch / use that you are unable to now, thanks to a company taking it away after a certain period of time?" I already gave a couple of examples for stuff that I like am thinking about when it comes to this segment. That being the Deadpool 2013 video game, which like it seems like that's Schrodinger's video game. that game seems to like exist and not exist depending on whether or not Activision feels like paying for the rights to Deadpool. And right now it currently doesn't exist. But another thing I have on here is Infinity Train, which, you know, that has been taken off HBO Max, and you cannot watch it unless you go and pirate the dang thing. And a couple of people have, like, you know, sent me some messages about this, and some of them are actually really cool. Like, some people talk about some of their favorite MMOs that they grew up with that, unfortunately, their servers were shut down a really long time ago, so unfortunately, you know, you can't play the game anymore if the server doesn't exist. And there's a couple other things in here as well. Like, let me see. Pierce mentioned PT. Yep, that's a pretty good example of that. Somebody mentioned Vine. Yeah, Jamie TC. I think that's it. I don't know. Their name is just M on there. And actually, that's a pretty good example, like, of an entire platform that's just gone now. Because a company basically said, don't want it anymore. And that sucks. But yeah, I've been thinking about that. You know, what's something that we can't have anymore because a company made the decision for us that we just no longer get it. Dang it, I thought I had enough clearance. All right. Regarding dead MMOs, Cartoon Network Fusion Fall is one that I feel compelled to mention. Fusion Fall? I don't think I've ever heard of that. What era of Cartoon Network could that have been? Beetlejuice cartoon was taken off of Tubi TV. Yeah. That's a good example, too. Like, streaming services that basically just say, nuts to that. We're done with the paying for the bandwidth and also the rights to this thing, so, yeah, you can't watch this anymore. Sorry. Too bad. So sad. Played it in high school in the 2000s. Interesting. I feel like I would have heard about that. Huh. Fucking sucks that the fan servers were shut down. Oh, damn it. God damn it. See, that's the worst thing, is whenever, like, fans try and take up the challenge of running a fan server and, like, you know, not hurting anything. But a company just goes, no! I mean, yeah. To quote frickin' Smiling Friends, it's my IP to sit, you know, to sit around and do nothing with. That's how it feels like sometimes. It's just like, you are not using the thing. Let other people use the thing. You're not making any money off of this. Whoops. 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 Oh, fuck. That. Good freaking lord, man. Oh, I don't even need to be up here. Okay. I forgot. Here, this is high enough. Fan group managed to revive it by reverse engineering the original code. And this was like ancient-ass Unity 1 or 2. Set up a fan server that even had new content that the original game didn't. Then it got shut down. Absolute garbage. They took the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy off of HBO Max. Jesus Christ. Dude, like, I feel like I could make an entire video on HBO Max because, like, they had that one situation. You remember the one where, like, they were HBO Max and then they rebranded into Max? And then people, you know, I guess, I don't know, maybe they just weren't getting as many people invested in the streaming service because maybe people got confused and didn't know that it was still HBO. I don't freaking know. But, like, they decided to change the name back to HBO Max, but conveniently at the exact same time, they decided to get rid of a bunch of stuff that they had on their streaming service. Which a lot of people, like, they're it's kind of they theorize that, like, they did that on purpose to be like, you know, to make people forget the previous. Oh, okay. Anyway, forget, like, the, you know, the previous itinerary. What's the? God, I'm currently in the middle of a fight. I can't rant at the exact same time. There, now I can rant. All right. Anyway, people suspect that the reason why they changed the name of HBO in the first place is to try and, like, hide the fact that they were getting rid of a whole bunch of stuff that was on their catalog. I don't know how legit of a theory that is, but honestly, like, I don't put it past a gigantic corporate entity to not do that, you know what I mean? Took down all of Cartoon Network's stuff as I was rewatching Courage the Cowardly Dog. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Still haven't found that nearby bench yet? No. I mean, I'm looking at the map there. I see, I mean, you know, unless there's, like, a very specific hidden pocket of, like, something I have to whack a wall in order to get to, I don't think there is one. Could be wrong, though. If I can remember, there should be a hidden pocket. I guess I'll whack at the walls a little bit more. I don't know. Now, speaking of Cartoon Network and speaking of, like, you know, media and all of that jazz, I do have a little bit of good news. I posted about this over on Blue Sky, and that is, apparently people have known about this for about a month. I only just recently found out about it, which, like, I was actually, you know, I'm currently in this weird sort of hyperfixation about going and collecting a bunch of my favorite, like, old shows and old movies that I remember watching as a kid, and even some, like, new shows as well. Well, apparently, on Barnes & Noble's website right now, you can find a listing for a pre-order of the Blu-ray for Over the Garden Wall. If you don't know what that is, it's a Cartoon Network show that aired for a brief period in, like, sort of like mini episode style. And it's, like, extremely classic. I would honestly call, like, Over the Garden Wall, like, a modern age fairy tale. It's freaking gorgeous, and it's, like, it's so heartfelt, and I love it very, very much. And I wanted to get the Blu-ray for it, but unfortunately the Blu-ray has been out of stock for a really long period of time. And apparently, so, you know, surprisingly, Cartoon Network is, it seems like they're reprinting it again. I don't know what's making them reprint it, but, like, you can pre-order it right now. Like, you can go to Barnes & Noble's website, and you can pre-order it at this moment. It's gonna cost you about $40, which I think is really steep and kind of a ripoff. I have no idea what special features there are on that disc, but, like, fuck, there better be some special fucking features. Because if it's just Over the Garden Wall, $40 is a little bit steep. That being said, for me personally, given how much I love Over the Garden Wall, and how much I really badly want to have the physical copies, I've kind of made the decision that it's worth it for me. So, and by the way, I say $40. That's $40 including the, like, the tax and also the shipping cost it's going to take to, like, actually send it to you. 48 bucks is, it's $30 specifically, but, like, you add extra costs up to it and it gets up to about 40. Villainous? What is Villainous? Feels more like a movie than a miniseries since it's so short, especially if you watch it all at once. Yeah, you absolutely can too. Like, I remember there was a couple years back, me and Synth got together for a watch party of Over the Garden Wall, and we binged all the way through it in one sitting. It's a pretty relaxed watch, honestly. Secret bench on, ow. There's a secret bench on the second floor layer on the map. Hold on. There's a secret bench on the second floor / layer on the map. Second floor / layer on the map. Second floor. There's a lot of floors. I don't know. I don't know which part of this. The middle area? I've already freaking passed it. Oh, damn it. I'm just gonna keep moving. I'll go look for it after I fail again. And you know I will. I watched all the episodes in one sitting. It felt like a movie. Mm-hmm. He's definitely good. I do know that there are DVD copies of Over the Garden Wall that you can find. But issue with that, it's DVD quality, which that kind of makes me a little bit sad because, like, Over the Garden Wall is something that was made in modern era, and, like, the fidelity is there, and I feel like I would prefer to have the Blu-ray copy instead. You know what I mean? But on top of that, like, I have found that DVDs specifically seem to be a lot more bootlegged than Blu-rays. Not that they don't get bootlegged, but like I see them bootlegged a lot more if they're DVDs. So I see a listing for Over the Garden Wall on DVD, and my first immediate thought is, fake? Fake question mark? I don't need to be up here. Love how ridiculous Hornet looks when the cloak goes into umbrella mode. Yeah, same. Wee. Have I been up there? What is up there? Oh, wait. No, I totally have. Never mind. Alternate wrap. Jesus. Bill already had a spin-off, and it was the Book of Bill. Hey, there we go. Yes. Disgusting. All right. I made it back. Let's go. Shit. Pogo, pogo, pogo. Wah. I like the spindly legs. All right, I'm taking this slow. All right. Shit. Balls. Ah. Oh my god. Wow, we've only been going for 2 hours. It feels like I've been going for 5. Probably because I'm not getting a lot done today. It's a whole lot of death. Yeah, the book's not very expensive. I went and I picked up like both the Book of Bill and Journal 3 all at once at like a local place that I have here. So I'm willing to bet it probably exists. Heck, like if you happen to have a Barnes and Noble, like, and I've actually, man, did I recently see this one news thing that like Barnes and Noble is actually expanding? Like they're getting more stores, which I think is actually kind of awesome, not gonna lie. But anyway, no, if you got a Barnes & Noble, I'm sure the Book of Bill is probably there. Okay. So there is... What the... Oh, hello, how's it going? Actually, wait, no, I remember running into you. Never mind. It's been a while since I've been down here, so I kind of forgot that human beings were... Actually, not human beings, you know, human bugs. Or bug beings. I've been on the same frustrating path for a little too long. Yeah, death. I love how Cecil is just like, go buy the thing. I will give you $20. Go buy. All right. Somewhere in the middle portion of this map is another hidden spot. Maybe down there? You know, I can't help but notice that there's like an interesting lean on this. Ow! Gotta go back. God damn it. Also, why is this leaning? Is it... Okay, well, if it's not this way... Huh. And if it's probably not there... I'm currently investigating a suspicion. Nope. I want to see if it's even possible to get up there. Hold on. I know, riveting gameplay, but hold on a second. Hey, I made it. No. Balls. Oh, I could have gone up here and made it a lot easier. Okay. Whoops. What is even in here? Balls. I see you have posted the gamer guide. Okay, I'll take a look. I hate how it says there's a bench there, like in that one location, but that's not a bench. What the fuck? That is so mean. This guide shouldn't even label it as a bench. It's a trap. I'm for reference. I'm referring to the here. I'm referring to like that one map or like that one button that happened to see. God, it's so hard to describe without having. Where's my like crosshair? Where are my crosshair at? There we go. I'm referring to this one right here. That is not us. That is not a bench. So, oh, so it's located somewhere over here. Okay. How would one break in? So it's either you break in through like the wall over here, which I believe I tried that at one point. So I guess the other way to get through is to go through here. God, this game is fucking mean. This game is so mean. I feel like benches are kind of an integral part of the entirety of Hollow Knight and Silksong. So, like, to hide one so freaking deviously... I mean, I've complained about games that have done similar stuff in other games. You know, like, for example, like... I remember during my my anniversary, I was talking about Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure. And I remember Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure, in that game, they don't immediately give you the map to the park. Like, they hide it with an NPC that, like, you could very easily just skip. So there's a very, very high chance that you could play that game and not even know there was a map system. And I'm feeling very similar vibes here, where it's just like, dude, that's a very integral, specific thing that I should probably know about. They have a video game for Universal Studios. Don't play it! It's not good. Game is bad. Do not touch. Do not touch with 10-foot pole. Alright, fairly certain I've done everything in here, so... Okay, well... Ah, fudge. Fudge! I've heard of Disneyland Adventures, but Universal. Oh, Universal tried. They were like, this is a good idea. And then they didn't give the budget or the time or the thought to actually make it a good idea. I don't know if it was on any other platforms aside from the GameCube, but I played it on the GameCube, and no, it sucks. It was that old? Yep. Now, that's my childhood we're talking about. All right, we're here. If I had to guess, I must say up. Also, I want to say, I am currently attempting to try and find a bench in bile water that is deep within bile water. As if anybody would ever want to camp out in frickin' bile water. So... this is not the... okay, so this is technically the wall that I'm supposed to be able to pass through, but I can't. So my guess... I guess I just need to go higher. Yeah, up and around. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. I always thought those barfing things looked like crocodiles. A little bit. I can see it. Oh, good. This place.
Yeah.
Not quite there yet. Down here. I don't think I've actually traversed down here. Because frankly, why would you ever stay around here any longer? Nope. Nope. This is just a death pit. Great. I'm repeating my previous statement. This game is mean. Well, I'm already covered in worms. Let's check the pool as well. Friggin' savages. All right. What was this? Their shells are ours. Their souls are ours. Our hate is forever. Hey. Nothing. Yep, here we are. Frickin' gross. Well, that has only slightly cut down on my commute. Question. That was kind of a highway up, but can I go back this direction and save myself a little bit of trouble? Seems like it. Oh, but I need to swim through muck in order to get through here, though. Friggin' gross! And I don't mean the larva, I mean this game. So you're okay. Pretty much. Bile water is a menace. This place is designed like an asshole. And that's the only shortcut. It's like, oh, you broke your leg on the marathon? Oh, poor baby. Here's a set of crutches. Now finish the marathon, you bitch. It's like... I had a realization about Bill Cipher. His arms and legs were yellow and not black when he was a kid, so that means he wears shoulder-high gloves and stocking thigh-high boots. Yippee! Styling. After swimming through that filth, you could hunt down for enemies to refill the thread to remove the maggots. That would require me to be good at the game. Tech skill. I am minus skill. Especially after many, many times of going through the exact same area. Like, my skills as, like, a platformer and all that jazz, they like, disintegrate the longer I continue to keep going through the same trek over and over and over again. So, I'm not going to rely on that. Ow. Shit. I don't trust Bill about anything. Why would I trust that that's a real photo? Interesting. Yeah, or their arms turn black when they get older, or a baby Bill photo is fake. Do you think Bill would be the kind of person that would use, like, you know, generative AI images? I'm gonna rest over here real quick. Boy, I am not having a good time here. Oh. He can warp reality, so I think he would just make the cursed image himself. Probably. He'd probably be, like, incredibly mocking to anybody that uses generative AI. Just being like, oh, what? You have to sow the seeds of, like, you know, discomfort and confusion by using a computer? Well, that's cute. Here, watch what I can do. Oh, wow. I am, like, minus skill right now. Come on, man. Oh, no. Okay. All right. All right. Back at it again with the Krispy Kreme. Let's do it. Whoops. Balls. All right. I'm hurting them with my ice ability, but like the side effect is that if they die and I don't hit them, I can't like gain my silk back. Shit. I did it! Fuck me! This game's a dick. Meet Grohl! You're gonna hate him. Grohl? Like Dave Grohl? I mean, I liked Dave Grohl up until he cheated on his wife. Which is interesting, because, like, man, rock stars are, like... we have, like, interesting standards when it comes to rock stars. Like... There are a lot of rock stars that still, like, they have massively successful careers nowadays, and also they're, like, well known as being the, the most, like, famous individuals of all time, and yet, like, they've done horrible, terrible things, like womanizing things. They've, like, they've done, like, all kinds of, like, the terrible drugs, all the, like, the most illegal shit you could possibly imagine behind the scenes. And, like, so many, like, probably, like, gag orders telling fans just be like, hey, sign this little contract and, like, we'll hand you a bundle of money and we don't have to talk about this. And yet, like, I have no idea, like, how much Dave Grohl has done behind the scenes, but, like, the thing that ended up, like, hurting him at the end of the day was the news that he cheated on his wife. And I'm not saying that's a good thing to do. Like, absolutely, like, fuck you for doing that. But at the exact same time, it's just like, our standards are interesting. Oh man, you know what? I just thought about something recently. I saw there was a controversy that happened not too long ago that, son of a bitch. I accidentally pressed the button by pressing it onto my screen. God damn it. Anyway, no, I saw a controversy recently. I guess there were some people that got really, really upset at Markiplier. They were saying, like, there were people that were outright saying that, like, they wanted to cancel him. And the reason is because he apparently he lied about his one of his Five Nights at Freddy's playthroughs. Way back in the day, apparently, like, he was doing Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and there's, like, the super ridiculous hard mode for that particular game, and apparently it's come to light that he cheated that particular challenge. And I'm gonna be very gentle when I say this. Now, I don't want to... The one thing that I definitely don't want to happen at any point in my life is find out that somebody that I revered and somebody that, like, I thought they were really, really talented and great at, like, a particular thing turned out to be cheating in some capacity. Like, you know, we know Michael Phelps, who turned out to had been doing performance enhancers for the sake of being able to like swim really, really well. Aside from also just being built like a frickin' fish. Actually, wait. Did he get caught doing steroids? Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. I think the thing that people were really upset about with Michael Phelps was the fact that he did the weird. Which is funny to think about nowadays, because it's just like, really? Anyway, no, throw that example out the door. Let's just say that, like, it really sucks to find out that somebody that you really admire, that you trust with your frickin' life, frankly, turns out to have done something to, like, basically inflate his ego and, like, make him look better than he actually was. Like, I do agree to a certain extent that it is kind of shitty that, like, you know, Mark would make up his playthroughs like that. With that being said, however, let's think about the game that we're actually having conversations about here. We're talking about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Do you remember the gameplay of Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Do you remember how insufferable that fucking game was? Like, that game, it's literally just like, you know, Management Simulator, like, I don't remember when that game came out. I'm just going to say Management Simulator 2020, or like, you know, 2012. Like, fuck that. And you're telling me that, like, Mark really needed to, like, 100% perfect frickin' Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and you're upset about the fact that he fudged his gameplay to make it look like, really? That's the hill we're gonna die on with Markiplier? Just like, you know what? I was with him all the way up to finding out that he cheated playing a video game. This is like, oh, jeez. Still my beating heart. Oh yeah, exactly. That is my thought, Cecil. Who fucking cares? Again, I will be, like, fair and say, if you do have really negative feelings towards the fact that he cheated on that, if that was a really big deal for you, the fact that he was, like, really good at Five Nights at Freddy's, which, you know what? For a lot of people, that is how they feel. Like, you know, but one, this happened a long-ass time ago, so, like, and look at how many, like, good things Mark has done with his, like, his fame and success over the years. Like, I think we can let him cheat at one video game one time. This doesn't need to be a, hey, let's cancel the shit out of him. Like, what? Shut the fuck up. I'm dead. Boy, this is gonna suck. I'm so excited for Iron Lung. Now, I'm not really much of a horror type of individual, so, like, you know, all the stuff about Iron Lung that's gonna be happening, I'm happy for Mark, don't get me wrong. And I've watched a lot of Markiplier's Let's Plays in the past, and I've seen a lot of the stuff that he's done, like, you know, in the, like, stuff that he's currently doing, and, like, I respect the ever-loving hell out of him. I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be front in line for Iron Lung, just because it's not really my thing. Markiplier is an entertainer, and him just cheating through a Five Nights at Freddy's game isn't a big deal. Still managed to entertain people with that video. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, made for a good video. That's what mattered. Next, you're going to tell me that the blue avatar people aren't real either. What? They were made up? What? You telling me someone that's out to entertain people made something up? What the fuck? How could they do that? Fudged that one. I plan on seeing Iron Lung on Thursday with a friend, hopefully. Our theater doesn't usually get too packed, so we should be able to see the showing. Very nice. God, while we're talking about Markiplier and, like, you know, his previous work and all that jazz, can we talk about Unus Annus for a moment? Even just saying the words, I'm sure a lot of people like sleeper agents woke up for a second there. Yes! See, I wasn't there for the entirety of Unus Annus. However, when Unus Annus was about to end, I binged the ever-loving hell out of all of the videos. Or at least, like, all of the ones that, like, caught my attention and made me go, like, ooh, that looks fun. And then, as promised, they deleted all of them. You have the Unus Annus shirt. Nice. I think, like, you know, I'm thinking about maybe mentioning Unus Annus while I am discussing the whole, like, you know, stuff that companies have taken away from us thing. Though, it's more deliberate and specifically on purpose with Unus Annus. Like, the point of Unus Annus was to make a statement about how fleeting, like, you know, certain things are. And we're just used to the idea that shit's just going to be there forever, and it's not. I'll give you a hint. What I'm currently working on might, like, pivot on the subjects of, like, you know, what do you, like, you know, what do you value as a person, and, like, you know, like, how much do we value the entertainment that we currently bring in, despite the fact that, like, you know what? I'm not very... Here's the problem with this video that I'm thinking about, and why I'm so pensive about making it. I'm terrible about speaking about it actually on the spot, because I personally think I have a lot of philosophical ideas about exactly what it is that I want to discuss. And it's not like I have a hot take or anything. My issue is that I'm mushmouth as hell about it, and I have such a hard time explaining what I'm trying to say. Even just writing the script, I actually have, like, a secondary script of nothing but bullet points about the things that I want to discuss, and I have to try and write this thing in such a way that it's cohesive. Like, I was actually thinking about this the other day, and one of the hardest things I have about writing for anything that I do is trying to write in a way that is linear. If you don't know what I mean, like, it's hard to take every single subject and every single element that you want to discuss about and put it in a sequential order in a way that it makes perfect sense for the audience and also doesn't sound rambly and jumping at, like, random points. You know, like, you're dancing a very fine line with stuff like that, because if you fail and if you don't do it properly, you're just going to end up making a video, or you're going to make an essay that sounds like Charlie in It's Always Sunny, you know, freaking out in front of the cork board with, like, you know, all the red, you know, all the red yarn, just being like, it's all a conspiracy. There is no Pepe Sylvia. And, like, with this specific subject you know, this specific subject, I am having a very hard time making a cohesive story or a cohesive, like, script. You know what I mean? I have so many video essay ideas, but my thoughts are all scattered around in my brain. Me and my conspiracy boards in the magmas. Says Carl. Oh, yeah, right. When are you going to make another one of those? Sorry, you're not required. You don't have to. I make joke. Balls. Take it slow. Make another one I get possessed by the theory. Whack. Good frickin' Jesus. All right. All right, here we go. Ah. Nice one. Oh, God. I was about to make a joke being like, you're killing your own guys. All right, let's do this. I know that's not the end. Roll the great. Why must you fly so high? Ah. What the? More of you guys. More of this. Yeah. Yay. I did better. That's really all that I can say. It's just like, got better at it. Anyway, I will wax philosophy about like one thing. That this is a subject that I think about. I'm thinking about maybe covering in that video, and that is like, why do I value certain pieces of media over other pieces of media? And I got to thinking about that. Oh, hey, Gippy's here, and left a snab to torture us. Anyway. I really got to thinking about that, just being like, you know, why do certain things stick out for me and other things don't? Why are there certain pieces of media that I have, like, you know, I'll watch it once and then I'll completely forget about it? And why are there certain things that, like, you know, stick to my brain like frickin' tapioca? Does tapioca stick to things? Yeah, I don't frickin' know. Anyway. And I am thinking about that. And I think my answer is like, you know what? I think it's all about the framing. If you ask me. Like, for an internet video, I think we've been trained on the idea that an internet video is disposable. It's one of those things that, like, you watch once and then, like, you're done with it. And then you move on to doing something else during the day. And you don't really think about the video anymore. Or, like, you know, it's not something that sits in the back of your mind and makes you think. Now, obviously, there's exceptions to this rule. Like, there's plenty of internet videos that have been released that they do make you think. And they are more than just the, you know, the short few minutes that we give them out of the day. But, like, all too often, I feel like a lot of the media that I consume is just, again... I would use the word disposable, especially in, like, you know, current era with TikTok and all that jazz. Which, by the way, I'm heavily thinking that I am not going to delete my TikTok, but I definitely want to, like, stop uploading there simply because they were already taking a lot of personal information previously, and now they want a bunch of information like your location data, and I'm like, well, I'm never going to use my location data on that device, but it's really creepy that you want that. So, you know. There's some videos I rewatch over and over and over, says Kippy. I think I've rewatched the Sagan Hawk's No One Can Find This Creature Dinosaur game video about 24 times. And is this stuff that's like on YouTube? I'll say there are certain creators that, yeah, I do rewatch them over and over and over again, and like their work and their jokes do stick out to me. Not every single one. Ah, yeah, YouTube vid. So maybe, oh, oops. Maybe that theory doesn't really stick as well as I thought then, because there are some YouTube videos that do stick around, but like, definitely with TikTok though. I very rarely do I see a TikTok that I'm just like, oh man, this has changed my life and my perspective. Holy shit. Like they're kind of designed to be consumed and forgotten, which is kind of creepy for me. There's a bunch of YouTube videos I love and have rewatched many times. All right. I latch onto a handful of video essayists, so I think that niche doesn't have that problem compared to other video niches. That's true. I will say that I do think that, like, you know, entertainment media is trying to move in the direction of, you know, prioritizing experiences and things that, like, you know, are disposable. I think that you can't deny that for sure. Like, you know, again, we're moving over to like the TikTok era and YouTube Shorts and things very similar. Oh, and I mean, for certain, the algorithms, like algorithmic era, has made it so that like they will make you consume as much like new content as possible, and they also want you to watch like stuff that's like the best for advertisers and things, which I think we can definitely say for sure that like advertisers, they're not very keen on having like anything that's controversial or stuff that like, you know, is in the realm of debate for sure. Like, the best thing you can do for yourself for an algorithm is to be safe as freaking possible. Oops. Oops. Ah, you asshole! You complete asshole! You just wrecked the whole thing! Oh, well, I fudged that. I fudged that in several different ways. Okay. Yeah, no, that was a bad run. Oopsies. Yeah, I hate the algorithm too. See, that's why I use like, you know, third-party YouTube clients, because like their subscription boxes actually work better than YouTube's like in-house one. And I'd prefer to keep up with people and like, you know, people that I like, I want to watch their stuff. What's your recommendation for that? How do I send it to you? There's a couple that I use. I mean, oh, it depends on the platform also. Is there the ability to send whispers still on Twitch? Ah, okay. Yeah, there is. I'll send you a whisper, Kippy, with them. I see. The reason why I'm giving whispers is because I am so freaking terrified of like one day. You have me on Discord, you goof. Fair. You are. That is very fair. I just don't use Discord DMs nearly as often. Let me here. Wait. Dang it! That's the wrong Kippy. Dag nabbit. There's another? Yes, there is. Is this going to be a Highlander situation where it's just like, there can be only one? And you're gonna run out and kill that one. All right. Okay, so Kippy, I'm gonna send you a link to like one of my primary, secondary, third party YouTube interfaces. This one, this one gets actually it gets updated pretty frequently, and it doesn't just use YouTube. It also uses like Twitch and other platforms as well. So there we go. I'm gonna send you that. Also, they have a here. They also have a desktop client as well. So that's really handy if you want to use YouTube, but you don't want to use it in browser. I don't know. It's a lot more useful for me in mobile personally. I also use another app if one of them isn't working, then usually I'll use the other one. Although I'm fairly certain this does not have a There we go. There's another one. That's my secondary in the event that like the primary one is not working at the moment. Here we go. Just sneaking code over the border. Maybe hit me up with that YouTube thing too. Okay, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Do it. I'm not entirely sure if you have there we go. I don't know if you have like an iPhone or if you have an Android, but like yeah, unfortunately this is one of those things that you're going to have to sideload. There we go. But here they also have a desktop client as well. And also I have a secondary mobile app as well in the event the primary mobile app doesn't work. And this is made by a different group of people. So yeah. Oh, you have an iPhone. Well, nuts to you. Sorry. Yeah. No, that's too bad. You can still use the desktop client for that one app that I sent you. It's fairly decent. And again, it's not just a YouTube app. They also have they also have like integration with like Twitch and all that jazz as well. And it the way that they advertise themselves is like follow creators, not platforms. It's kind of like that their main drive, and I respect that significantly. I watch vids mostly on desktop, so that helps too. Very nice. I will say, I am a lazy son of a gun, and I like even though I will watch a heck of a lot of my YouTube content on browser still. Like I'm not that much of a curmudgeon. The thing is, I have a whole bunch of different extensions on my browser to allow me to use YouTube in more of a convenient way. Having the the third-party YouTube client is just a means of me being able to have a subscription box that actually works properly. So like, I might still watch it in my browser, but like I'll use the desktop client as a way of being like, "Ooh, hey, such and such person uploaded the video. Very nice." And then I always use like a private browser when it comes to using YouTube as well. Because I'm kind of sick and tired of the whole algorithmic bullcrap thing. And I'm kind of sick of YouTube wanting to have every single ounce of my data. Call me freaking paranoid, but like, man, that's how I want to comfortably use YouTube. Half and half. Either I am laying down to rest my bad hip, or I'm working or drawing, and YouTube is my second monitor content. Very nice. I am really screwing. Okay.
Kill.
Murder. Mainly put YouTube videos on in the background while I draw. Now, YouTube is kind of my my secondary like white noise sometimes. It's either YouTube or Twitch. It depends on if somebody that I follow is doing a stream that I'm like really interested in watching, or if they're live. I'll be real, like, I follow quite a few people, but, like, oftentimes, I'll find myself, like, not interested in whatever somebody's streaming. And there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, wow, I am sucking at the moment. Anyway, no, there's just some people that, like, they have dry spells of stuff that I'm not really curious or interested in watching at the time. And, like, you know, I like their personality, and I like them, but at the exact same time, it's like, do I really want to watch somebody, you know, go through the entirety of, like, you know, this really old first-person shooter that they played when they were 9? Just like, not really, no. A lot of my favorite streamers have retired on Switch. Oh, wait. Or switched gears or whatnot, so I have been on Twitch a lot less. Oh, that's valid. For me, inspiration comes in waves, you know? 1 minute, I'll have, like, really passionate ideas about something that I could do on Twitch for, like, live streams. And then the next minute, I'll be like, oh, but wait a minute, this edited video sounds like a really good idea. Holy shit. Back whip. Don't have many favorite Twitch streamers. Bitbith streams and Pumpkin Potions are the only ones I watch. That's valid. Again, for me, I'll go and I'll follow somebody because they did something really, really funny at one point. And I still keep up with them and, like, pay attention to what they're currently up to. But if they're not doing something I'm interested in, then, like, you know, no sense having me stick around, like... Like, if I'm not gonna be able to bring the hype for whatever they're doing, then, like, I don't need to be here. Pumpkin's adorable. Just the other day, I was actually watching one of their previous VODs. They were doing like music on their stream. Listening to oh dang it. Listening to Pumpkin like play music on the piano is like super chill and super calming. It makes me happy. Haven't found anyone that quite fills the niche of, hey everybody, there's a random weird thing I found online stream that Fred Knudsen would do for me. Yeah, I haven't really watched a whole lot of Fred, but like I have I've seen him like collab with some other streamers, and also I've watched some like other stuff Fred has done, including like, you know, Down the Rabbit Hole. Don't ask me why I'm killing these guys. I just have a lot of like microaggression at the moment. Yesterday he did a writer's workshop with a streamer, and I learned so much about how to improve my writing just by hanging out. Oh, very nice. I'm trying to remember. I was watching somebody and they were discussing. There's a new game that's out, and it's like a productivity app that allows you to be able to like, you know, do work with friends. And you have like little avatars, and like, you know, they hang out in the corner of the screen while you do whatever work you're currently working on, and like it basically just gamifies your work for the day. He took over a streamer, and we looked at Consumer Electronics Show slop. Oh, geez, the CES is such a fucking mess this year. It's just AI garbage. Like, holy crap. It's just, hello, AI grift. Like, there's a handful of things that I actually liked at CES this year. But, like, for the most part, it's just, hey, guys, do you like AI? No? Well, you're about to see it for the next 5 years. It's like, make me angry. And like 3 laundry folding robots. Oh yeah, also, I saw the laundry folding robots, and what's funny is that like in every publication that I have seen the laundry folding robot, I've noticed that they like, oh my god, okay, hold on. I've noticed that they like speed up the footage of the laundry robot actually doing the work. Like, laundry robot is incredibly slow at folding laundry. You could easily just do the laundry folding yourself, and it gets done significantly faster. And I get the idea of, well, you know, it doesn't matter if the laundry robot is, like, slower at doing the job, because at the end of the day, you know, you don't have to do any of that work. It's sort of like how Technology Connections has this one argument when it comes to people that complain about how dishwashers take forever to wash the dishes, despite the fact that, like, if a dishwasher is washing the dishes, it means you are actively not washing the dishes, and therefore you are saving time by default. Just let the dishwasher do the frickin' dishwashing. But, like, the laundry robot takes so long to actually do the folding of the laundry that genuinely, it does actually take up a considerable amount of time. Like, I feel like that does kind of matter to an extent. The fridge that has no handles and is voice controlled to open and close. Like, what the fuck? What the hell? They aren't actually making enough money to keep up with their AI infrastructure, and it's like, God, please die soon. There's always a laundry bot, and they never make it to production, right? Like, you know what? I will say that doing laundry and folding laundry is a pain in the ass. If you can come up with a way to actually make folding laundry, like, you know, an automated task, hell yeah, do it. But we haven't gotten to that point yet, you know? I've talked about this one product that was at CES, mostly because it's the only thing I saw that honestly made me go, hey, look, a product. It's like HP's new, like, you know, computer built-in keyboard thing. Like, if you didn't see the news, HP has basically made, like, a computer built into a keyboard that you can just take and carry around with you. And, like, it's actually really slim form factor. Like, absolutely ridiculously slim. You are literally just taking a wireless keyboard around with you wherever you go, and as long as you have a computer, like, monitor to hook it up to, it's basically just, you got a computer. And, like, that's really neat to me. However, people were quick to immediately point out that this has already been done many times in the past. And they're not really innovating on anything. They're basically just making the next obvious evolution of technology. The way people put it is like, congratulations, HP, you've just invented the Commodore 64. That is unfortunately very correct. There haven't been any big innovations since the smartphone, it feels like. Yeah, it does kind of feel that way. Like, it feels like we got into this idea of smartphones and smart technology are the future, and our innovation hasn't been hardware-wise, but software-wise. And that's not a bad thing per se, but we definitely have not actually made a piece of hardware technology that actually, like, improves our lives any significantly. And every time we try, it seems like we fall on our ass so significantly. Like, I just recently heard the news that Apple is currently working on wearable computer technology. Get this. It's basically a lapel pin that you wear on you that's constantly looking forward and is AI powered and generated. Does that sound fucking familiar? If that doesn't sound familiar to you, yeah, companies have already tried that. They've tried to do the whole smart lapel pin thing in the past, and they failed because it takes them forever to actually answer any questions. And on top of that, it, like, you know, it gets super ridiculously warm on your chest, doesn't have good battery life. And also, it's ChatGPT generated, so, like, you know that it's going to get shit wrong. Anyway, no, new technology is basically just a grift. I'm fully convinced of that, and I'm not buying any fancy new, like, you know, I'm not going to buy anything that is just, oh, same silly tools and tricks we've been trying to pull off for several years now. Great. I don't know. I'm much more willing to invest my money into stuff that, like, I feel will actually not appreciate in value, but, like, you know, it won't decrease in value significantly the second that you pick it up. You know what I mean? Like, the second that you buy a smartphone and you take it out of the packaging, that's it. That smartphone is, like, significantly less pricey. Hornet makes the hat kid noise, kinda. Kinda. I can hear it. Ow! I was just thinking about this the other day. You know, my current my current hyperfixation at the moment is like, you know, Hollywood films and stuff like that. Which, by the way, we keep on discussing Homestuck on this stream several times because I'm currently doing a read-through of Homestuck. And there's an in-joke within our group that I'm apparently just straight up John Egbert. I'm just John Egbert. I'm doofy, I hyperfixate on random stuff, especially Hollywood movies, and like, you know, I tend to be goody-goody with a lot of fucking people. And just my demeanor is very Egbertish. I don't deny at this point. Like, yeah, no, they're correct. From what I remember from serving my time in Homestuck, yeah. Yep. Anyway, yeah, no, I've been collecting a bunch of Hollywood films and geeking out about them. That's a thing that that is an Egbertism. If, like, you know, that's the most Egberty thing I could possibly be doing right now. Getting EP, so I'm gonna head out. Bit, Godspeed, and good luck. Thank you, Cecil. I will try and do the best I can do. Honestly, probably won't be streaming for much longer because, like, I am starting to get a little fatigued, and I'm noticing that I am making several very obvious mistakes. So I think it's probably in my best interest to end the stream sometime within the near future here. So thank you for coming out. I appreciate it a lot. Had a great time reading Homestuck for years, and then I just left. Fair. No, that's reasonable. Like, Homestuck popped off, and then, like... Like, the best way I can say is, like, Homestuck was big until it wasn't. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Like, at some point, the story of Homestuck and the entertainment of Homestuck just stopped being there. And then people just walked off. I think I left around the point where the second round of human kids were introduced. Yeah, I've heard rumors that there's a second round of kids. And, like... I don't know whether or not we're going to be covering that or not. I'm not entirely sure. That is all going to be based on whether or not Synth feels like it. And whether he has the stamina to keep up with that. Or if, like, he has any interest whatsoever in it. We'll see. Phone's close to dying anyway, says Phoenix. Ooh, okie dokie. Anyway, I was just about to talk about, like, you know, movie and all that jazz. So, I've really been thinking about film and all that jazz and the quality of film. And I'm gonna be real. I see absolutely no reason okay, how do I say this? I feel technology has peaked in so many different sectors, film being one of them. I just don't see how we could improve any further on what we've already done. And to give you a good example of that, I remember I worked at a movie theater quite a long time ago, and we used to work with, like, digital equipment. Like, I've worked with both the analog, like, actual physical film projectors in the past, but I've also worked with the, like, you know, brand spanking, like, digital film projectors and stuff, which was, like, really freaking cool, especially because, you know, I'm a massive, like, tech head when it comes to anything electronic. So for me, I was just like a kid in a candy store when it came to those projectors. But the thing that always stuck out to me about those projectors is that all right, I'm gonna ask, like, a question. I'm gonna try and, like, I'm gonna poll whoever's left in the audience here. What resolution do you think a, you know, high quality theater level, like, projector projects at? What standard or resolution do you think they use? Worms! First time I ended up stopping in the middle of reading something, not because I didn't like it, it's just because I went, okay, I'm satisfied, I'm done. For a lot of people, that was the case with Homestuck. I actually am realizing I have no clue what standard resolutions are. Oh, okay. To give you an idea, I think 740 by 480 is standard resolution screens. So basically, old school CRTs and stuff. Even then, CRTs tended to be like 640 by 480, but like the highest it would get is like 740 by 480 if we're talking widescreen. Full H, actually no, HD, like you start to get into HD territory at 1280 by 720. Full HD is 1920 by 1080. So, you know, the standard HD screen that a lot of people kind of grew up with. And then you get into like 2K resolutions. I'm trying to remember what the actual numbers for those are, but I don't know. But then the current standard that a lot of people are shooting for is 4K resolutions. You see most televisions come out nowadays in 4K, and we're starting to move into the direction of like 8K, which is like twice that. So if you had to take a guess, what size is a standard digital movie theater for a screen? Ah, worms. I'm guessing that a movie theater is full HD usually, since the IMAX and stuff is like, whoa, here's the premium prices for the better picture quality. Kippy, you're actually right. A standard movie theater is full HD. To be more specific, like, it's not exactly this resolution, but it's the closest one is 1920 by 1080 resolution. Your computer monitor for the last, I want to say, ever since like the 2010s and onward, has been actually earlier than that. I would say like 2008 has been 1920 by 1080. You know what resolution Blu-rays are at? 1920 by 1080. You get the exact same resolution of basically most modern like theaters on like a standard Blu-ray disc. And you wonder why movie theaters are failing. This is why the only theater I really like is the one that's also a dining experience. Yeah, right? Like, you get actual special ambiance and, like, you know, a really nice experience. Like, basically, it's more of a service than, like, a movie-going experience. IMAX, like, you know, IMAX actually is genuinely really high-resolution screens. So, like, you know, there is something to going to an IMAX theater. Even then, like, I would say the best IMAX gets is 8K. And even then, like, screens, you know, modern television screens are about to be 8K by standard. Like, it's only a matter of time before the technology gets cheap enough that they can just release 8K monitors at a price that most modern, like, households can actually afford. So very soon, you won't really have to worry about, you know, the only thing that IMAX is going to have going for it is, whoa, look at our big-ass screen. That's it. At least with the movie theater, like, the dining experience, it's more social. Yeah, agreed. Anyway, no, that's just one of the many examples of stuff that, like, has massively improved to a point that, like, we don't need much better than what we currently have, you know? Like, modern phone screens are something like 2K resolution by, standard. Now with the economic crash en route, it'll balance out. Looking forward to that shit. Anyway, what I'm saying is I've kind of learned to just be humble about the tech that I've already got on hand, you know? Like, I'm happy with Blu-ray quality just fine. I'm happy with... Okay, wow, that was a failure on many different levels. Anyway, I'm just happy with what I got, you know what I mean? I'm thankful for the things that I currently have. And, like, I don't need the biggest and the brightest. Sometimes the extremes of high def don't feel like a big difference anyway. It's like, ooh, hey, I get to actually see the pores of... it's like, I get to see the pores of Jim Carrey. Ooh, oh my gosh. This was worth the money. It feels like, I have it to say that I have it. Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to remember what version of cell phone I currently have. I believe it is one of the flagships, but, like, I've reached a point where I am starting to consider, like, getting something that is not the next flagship phone. Because, like, dude... What's, like, a modern smartphone gonna do for me that, like, a cheaper phone isn't going to at this point? Ooh, I could get one of those fancy tri-fold phones that, like, break super easily. What? Like, why? Ages ago, I got a cheap Google Pixel because it was cheap. Yep. No, that's pretty much it. I don't remember what I have. I should really check that. You know what? Give me a second. I literally have my phone right here. I'm just gonna go into the About section and figure out what it is I have. I think I have one of the flagships, but, like, we'll see. Where's the... I'm in the system settings. Where's the information on the software updates, users, developer options? Oh, wait. Oh, okay, about phone. Sorry, I completely missed it. Yeah, I have a Pixel 8. All right, so it is the standard, like, flagship phone. So that's good. Where do we go from here, though? Like, dude, we've had several, like, Pixel phones that have come out in recent memory that I can think of that, like, they're so freaking powerful that, like, why do I need to have video game level quality on my cell phone? I don't. Like, I need that thing to be able to, like, watch internet videos and, like, make phone calls. That's it. Maybe a mobile game if I'm bored. Android, apparently Pixels are a bit easier to customize. Don't even remember all my reasons. It's that long. Well, like, Google phones are directly from Google, and so it does allow you to get updates quicker. I think that's one of my major things. Like, whenever I got a Samsung phone, I had to wait so freaking long to finally get my hands on the latest, like, Android update, simply because, like, Samsung dragged their freaking feet. I don't understand why. Maybe they've gotten better over time about that, but, like, back in the day, I was just like, no, I'll get the Google option because, At least their software engineers are on the ball. Pixel 5a is yours, apparently. And it's probably served you ridiculously well. Honestly, the only thing that's keeping me from, like, you know... the only thing that might push me into upgrading my phone at this point is if the battery swells in this dang thing. That's the only thing that's, like, possibly going to push me in that direction. Is the fact that lithium-ion batteries are garbage. Now, our current technology is plateaued, I feel. Anything more than it, and it just feels greedy. Ow. Only struggle I have is its unconventional size, so I can't find a phone that... Wait, a phone case that's custom and super cute. Well, I'm sure phone cases have probably, like, stopped being manufactured for that phone a long time ago. You probably only have, like, you know, the warehouse options that have been sitting around for a long time. On a positive note, that means you're going to get that phone case fairly cheaply. Oh, God, no. Ah, I messed up. I fell into the warp. I just tried to heal. When this phone eventually dies, I am going to be a gremlin and find some cute phone case first. Then a phone to fit it. I'll be real. Like, it's one, like, you know what? There's a lot of people that are like, I love the experience of opening up a fresh new phone. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel the exact same way. Like, having any new pieces of tech is satisfying as hell, because it's like, it's super shiny, untouched by man. It's like, you know, and all of that potential power sitting in the palm of your hands. Like, it's really freaking neat. However, there is something to be said about going to the used market and just getting a phone that somebody else's owned before you. Now, fun fact, the phone that I'm currently using to capture my face, it is an iPhone. I believe it's an iPhone 12, one of, like, the smaller models. And I got it used. I said, like, you know what? I don't need to have a brand new spanking, like, iPhone in order to track my face. Like, if it has the cameras, that's all I need. Like, that's good enough for me. And I'm be real, like, this phone also has the capabilities of just an iPhone, you know? If need be, I could take that thing off of its mount right now and I could just use it as a phone. I could make it, like, you know, I could tell it what my carrier is and bada bing, bada boom. I'm at that phase of my life where I want to have stuff that looks unique and colorful and customized. That's fair. I don't think I'm at that point. I'm a very boring frickin' person. I've had the same I've had the exact same wallpaper for my phone for the past, like, I don't even know how long. Despite the fact that we've gone through at least, like, 2 different, I'll say 3 different variants of Android at this point. And I'm just like, nah, I like mine. It's simple. It's just like the background is space. And then I make the colors black and white for all the icons and stuff because I don't need ridiculous amounts of colors. Oh, Synth is live? Oh, neat. Wonder what he's up to. What is he doing? I'm gonna attempt this challenge one more time. If Synth's still online by the time I finish here, I might raid out to him. Always use my own art as my wallpapers. Ooh, you know, I did that for a really long time. I remember, like, my wallpaper at one point was the box wall that you're seeing in the background of me right now. And it was animated and everything. Like, I actually came up with a way that you can actually, like, make the video the background. Which is not easy. It actually requires you to learn a thing or two about coding, like Android software. So I noodled around with that for a while. That was pretty fun to do, but like I wouldn't do it again because it's a pain in the ass. Oh no, I fucked it. Like, if you fall into the larva at any point during this fight, you are just screwed. The larva mechanic in this game is awful. Like, holy shit. Wow. Oh god, that was close. All right. Come on back, buddy. Yeah, beat him down. All right. Come on, focus. Don't be Crocus. I got 2 cheap shots in. You bastard! What? Oh, whoa, I haven't seen this before. Does that hurt him at all? God, I hope so. I'm dead. Oh, this fight is difficult. Holy shit. Okay. Time to call it a night. I think so. Yeah, it is late, and I have, like... Jesus, boiled water is freaking terrible. It is so awful. What the fuck? I had fun, but what the fuck? Okay. So, if Santa's still currently live at the moment, Who knows? I have no idea when Synth started streaming, so let's take a gander. So the last time that I tried to raid out to Synth, I ended up like I raided to him and then he immediately ended his stream, and that made me super sad. I was just like, oh no! Synth, no! I just sent a bunch of people out to their doom. Here we go. I'm gonna sync it up. I spelled Synth Charm VA right. Yep, I did. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be raiding out to Synth, and we're gonna give him a nice warm welcome. He's currently playing through StarCraft 2. He's going through like a nostalgic nostalgia check. No, nostalgia kick for that. So we are going to go and satiate his current hyperfixation. So let's go over to the end screen. Thank you guys very much for coming out. I appreciate it very much. My stream schedule is Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, all of them starting at around 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. And the next games that I'm going to be doing are, well, first of all, I'm going to have a nice casual stream. That's going to be happening tomorrow. Probably just going to chill out and talk and, just vibe and talk about fun current events. Not frustrating and stupid ones, but like, fun current events. And then I am playing some other games, like, again, Silksong is happening on Saturdays. But also, very soon, on Wednesday, I'm going to be playing a little bit more of, not the horrors, exactly. Anyway, on Wednesday, I'm going to be diving back into playing a little bit more Super Chip Flake Ooh, which is very difficult to say. I don't know why. Which is a really fun game. And, like, it was made by like a very small indie developer group. Like, honestly, I kind of think it was probably just only one, maybe two people. But like, it's a very fun game, and I'm enjoying myself a heck of a lot. Which, by the way, game's like $20, and it's a 3D platformer made by a bunch of like silly indies that are just making a goofy game for like passion and all of that jazz. I'd love to see some more stuff from them, but they've kind of said for the record that like they've hit 50% of their expected sales, and they'd like to make more games, but in order to do that, people got to go out and buy the game. No pressure, but if you're curious about it, maybe look into the game, because like it's fun to be experiencing a nice indie game where like I don't have to worry about like the horrors of AI generated bullcrap. You know what I mean? Anyways, that will do it for the stream. I'm going to go ahead and raid out. What is the game again? It is Super Chip Flake U, or Ooh. Here, I'm going to go ahead and link that real quick before I finish up the stream here. Just in case you're interested. It's available on both Steam and also available on the Switch, in the event you wanted to play it for the Switch. Because apparently it's been like specially optimized for the Switch. There we go, there's that. And why the heck not? I'll throw you the Switch link as well. Oh yeah, you're right. We didn't look at the magma. Sorry, Phoenix. Let's go ahead and do that real quick before we finish things up. Oh God, my face. I already turned off my camera. You can go away. I'll be faceless bit for a second. Here. Oh, shoot. Sorry, that was in a browser. Yeah, you've been hard at work in here. Sorry, it completely spaced my mind. I think it's just all the difficult gameplay that I've been doing. We have been invaded by a lot of Bill Ciphers. Weh. Well, there's another one. There's a tiny one. Yeah, tiny little bit sitting over there. A bee as well. Ooh, hey. There's a fire bit going on. Oh, heck yeah. Bill and Thorn. See, I don't know if this is like, a romantic sit down, or if this is just both of you looking ridiculously tired. I'm both tired. Plankton's adopted daughter, Mabel. Wait, wouldn't that make Karen's daughter... Wait, Karen's daughter 2? Congrats, Chip. You now have a sister. Oh, I had no idea that there was a Karen child. Weird. Here, let me go over... Is there anything else that you guys have done in here? Oh, God, what is this? Again, that's a very tired-looking Bill Cipher. It's just like, I don't make enough money for this shit. And I think that is about it. Okie smoky. All right. Like I said, we're going to go and raid out to Synth. Hopefully he's still streaming. There we go. Oh, shoot. I typed that wrong. Hold on. It's /raid, not raid/. Ignore me. But fucking... I hate this thing. Fucking Christ! Give me a minute! Text box is being a dick. There we go. I did it. I did the thing. All right, we're going to head over to Synth Stream. All right, thank you guys very much for coming out. See you next time.